Okay, so what do we have here? Well, at first glance this might look like it's a doogie smartphone, but it's not. It is the Boya Omni-directional clip-on tie clip microphone. So I need to unwrap this. So here we go. BYM1. Let's take a little look around this box first. Smartphones, camcorders, DSLR, audio recorders, PCs, etc. So this claims to work with practically anything you can plug a mic into. It does have its own power source. It has a LR44 battery. So that's a little silver lithium, I believe. Omnidirectional condenser microphone. So it has to have its own phantom power. So there we go. Let's open up and take a look. Oh yeah, this one has got I think it's a 20-foot lead or something like that. So it might be a bit much. I know it's a bit much for me personally. Tiny little clip, really small, nice metal construction. There's a bit of this clip here is plastic, nice and strong. That's the lead. I think we have the lithium battery, we have a little wind defender, we have the adapter there, and the mic itself and the preamp. Let's take a look. The mic is small. Let's try and clip this on. It goes inside of there, so that's great because it won't move around then. See it up close. Fits nice and snug into that deep part, so it will not move around there. Yeah, looks nice. This is the control unit. You have up for cameras and then down for off, and smartphone. So if you want to plug it into your smartphone, you want to keep it in the off position, which will it means that it's going to get power from the device, so your smartphone will give it power to work. But if you want to use it with the camera, you want to switch it up so that it kicks in the power supply built in there to give it that extra boost. It's nice construction of this. It feels like it's all steel body or metal, something called metal. Got a nice grip there, and it's got your belt clip right there. Small as it is, should do the job fine. We got ample lead. So what I'll do now is I'll plug this into my, or I'll put the battery in first. Let's have a look at this. It turns. Got a long thread. There you go. It's a nice little socket there too. So the battery will go into there. Oops, I dropped it. Okay, so slide the battery in. The plus side up. We've got a plus symbol there. So the flat side of course goes against the spring. If I can just fit that. Okay. There's my cat. Okay, so it's in there. 1 second. Okay, so that just slips back over the top. Nice. So let's plug it in. Okay, so I have the mic now plugged in. In my headphones I seem very loud, even at this distance. I mean, my head is behind the camera and I'm holding this all the way down here, and yet it seems very loud, so I don't know what this will be like when it's clipped onto my collar. Of course the power is on. If I switching it off obviously makes it go completely silent and you can't hear me at all, so you need to have that on. So let's let's bring it up to my face, and if I plug it up, clip it to my top, which is actually quite difficult as you can't see. Okay, so it's now clipped to my top. and I think it's very loud. In my headphones it's really loud, like I want to take my headphones off. I don't know what it's like on the video. I may have to adjust the audio levels while editing this, because there's going to be such a big difference. Now with my camera I get latency with the audio for some reason, I don't know why, even with the built-in microphone. With this plugged in it seems less, the latency is definitely less. It's like half a second perhaps, whereas normally it's about a second, which is really off-putting when recording things. But so I don't tend to usually wear headphones. I'm only really doing it for these microphone tests. But out of the two, I mean, this is the Boya one, which I think was about 14 or 15 pound, and I've also tried out the Olympus one, which I thought would be better, especially at 19 pound. But to be honest, off first impressions for myself, I'm thinking this is actually the better of the two, especially obviously because it's got the built-in power source. I suppose it's gonna have an advantage. So let me just try taking this camera off the tripod and walking around to see what kind of noise it gets from my top moving around. Okay, so it's clipped on nice as far as it'll go. So if I just walk around, try to hold this headphone one out the way. Okay, already it seems like there's less movement with my shirt and the wire than there was with the Olympus one. But again, I can't tell 100% until I check this out on the computer later on. But it seems really sensitive to my voice and the background noises. But shuffle something around. Yeah, it seems like it's picking up audio very well. Even my feet on the carpet. Let me open the window, see what the background noise is like. I live on a main road. Picked up that car quite well. Yeah, so far it seems very good, seems very responsive. Yeah, you could definitely hear the traffic going past. But as I said, the best time to check it is during editing. So that's what I'll do. But at least with this microphone, I'm getting channels in both the left and right ear. Whereas with the Olympus, for some reason, I was only getting the channel in my left ear. But this one I'm definitely getting two loud and clear. Okay, this is the full, pretty much the full 20-foot length of the cord. It is drooping a little bit down in the middle, so it's probably about 17, 18 foot, say about 18 foot. That's, you can see the cord there. So how do I sound? I'm too far away for headphones, so I can't hear a thing. So the control box itself is about 3 or 4 foot along the cord, so that can be clipped to your belt. I'm just holding this just for demonstration of the furthest away. Obviously the longer the wire, usually the lower the signal is at the end, but of course goes with the battery. That's giving it a nice boost along. Just for comparison, this is me without the mic plugged in. This is just the camera's mic by itself. You can probably see the massive difference with my voice levels. Okay, so what I've done now is I've clipped the clip to my belt. I don't know if you can see it. And I've clipped the microphone down to my pocket here because I find if it's too close it's a bit loud. You don't have any kind of volume control on this thing, so you're gonna have to do the volume leveling afterwards during editing. So I clipped that down there so it doesn't feel so bassy and loud. I have got quite a bassy voice, so you probably noticed that. But I think it picks up quite well from what I've seen watching back on the camera itself with the headphones on. There's a big difference with and without this microphone. But again, I'll have to look on the computer itself. Once I play it back later for editing, I'll be able to see the biggest difference there through the proper speakers and all that. Okay, just one other thing to mention, there is a Velcro strap here which you can use to wrap it up. Once you keep wrapping this, once you've wrapped up your lead to put it away, you can secure it with a Velcro strap. The only thing I would improve on from first impressions is the plug that goes into the lead is a straight plug, if that makes any sense, and the wire comes out of it, whereas I think it would be better, like my headphone one is an L-shaped plug. I think that would be better because the lead is obviously always going to come forward from where the camera's positioned, so I think it should have an L-shaped plug, so when it plugs in it can come out the way that it needs to go. At the moment it's coming out sideways, which means it's bending, and when the lead is wiggling back and forth, it's obviously going to be causing that to maybe fray after over time, the wire inside, because it's sticking out the side and then bending forward. So I think an L-shaped plug would have been a lot better. But of course you can always buy an adapter for that anyway, an L-shaped adapter for the 3.5mm. So it's just a minor thing, but you know, something they should take into account when building their next models. Booyaka, 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 testing. Booyaka, 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 testing. Boo. Bass sound. I'm holding this about 2 foot from my mouth. That's the bass. I can't sing, by the way, so. Sound like a foghorn. Anyway, I thought I'd do that for you to see the dynamic range, not of me, of the microphone. It sounds pretty good. I am going to show you how this microphone performs on the highest pitches that I can do, and also the low. Yeah. Won't hear that often. I'm gonna take you on a ride and never bring you back. That's Kidnap. Okay, one thing I forgot to test out was the little wind protector here. Sorry about the background noise, that's my computer fans. There's about 11 fans in there. So what I'll do is I'll blow on the microphone now. And that's a nice calm steady blow. I didn't blow too hard. Let's put on the protector. Okay, so it's on now. I'm not sure if it sounds a little more muffled. If so, very slight. So let's blow it on it now. Oh, that's a big difference. It does do a good job and blow it a little harder. Okay, so that's a stronger blow, so in strong wind you'll still be able to hear it. But in the light breeze you won't. Let me try that stronger blow without the protector on. Yeah, you see the difference there, so it does protect against slight winds but not strong winds. Okay, I can't even see if I'm in focus, but this is the Boya one, Boya microphone. Oh. Okay, I can't even see if I'm in focus, but this is an example of the microphone on a DSLR. This is a Nikon D5100. So I just wanted to test it out on here. This is about 2 foot away. I hope I'm loud and clear. And if I go up close, if I did have it on my neck here, this is what it would sound like. It's pretty loud probably. I think this mic is better being used a bit further away from the mouth because of the battery. Let me try switching it off onto the smartphone set. So I don't know if you hear that or not, because I haven't got my headphones on. So I'll check this out after. But this is a DSLR recording with it, so here you go.